I was only brought in on this 4 days ago, so it was difficult for me to catch up on it, but my business is negotiating, and obviously I spoke to Rick about it, spoke to Linda, and what I did, I took over and been talking to their chief negotiator. And the biggest problem I see is that if the stadium's allowed to close, on the 16th, there's a major problem. Because if it closes, people have got to go to other jobs. Chris has got to then decide, does he go to Harlow or not? So I think it's a major problem for people, because if they've not got any work, if the 16th comes and goes, and the stadium, let's say as an example, is bought, but it's not bought until the end of September, what happens between the 16th of August and the end of September is the trainers have gone, the dogs have gone, the staff has gone, the restaurant staff has gone, the track staff has gone, and the owners have gone.
And the fixtures and fittings.
Yeah, well, everything's gone, Chris. I mean, basically everything's gone. The whole lot's gone. So it causes a major problems. What you do then, it's like starting up a new greyhound track, and that's not the idea of this. So what I did, I spoke to Rick, and I said, to me, the most urgent thing is to actually keep the stadium open so that it doesn't shut on the 16th. Okay? Now, without going into detail, I've gone 80–90% of the way to secure the stadium for at least 2 months. Now, it's not finalised, but it is a long, long, long way down the line of doing that. I also have, I mean, for those who don't know me, I'm a football agent, but I also have a property company. And the one thing at the moment that I know is that property to build it is higher than ever. To sell it is lower than in the last probably 12 years. So I've not just approached it from the financial side of Greyhounds, I've approached it from the property. And the meeting I had with them, I mean, I spoke to them altogether for 2.5 hours, and it was fantastic because they're coming from the same angle as me. And everything I said to them, they agreed with. And again, without going into detail, so I haven't gone into detail yet with the people who have going to put the money up, it has been really, really successful negotiations as far as it can go.
Your attention please, can full wing go to the main gate.
Okay, it's not good timing. My belief is they will not close the stadium on the 16th, and that it will keep going. That's what I believe, but I'll know in the next 48 hours if that's possible. But at the moment, that's what looks possible. Chris?
I see a major problem there, Barry, in as much as the Chandlers will own the stadium until 31st of August.
Say that again, Chris?
The Chandlers will own the stadium until 31st of August.
Yeah, well, yeah, they own the stadium.
You will have a 2-week gap.
All you need to do is to get into position an agreement in principle. If you can get an agreement in principle, then you stay here under their jurisdiction, because the Chandlers can't kick you out. In effect, they've sold the stadium, so they can't kick anybody out until the stadium's handed over. What they've agreed with the people they've sold it from is that the racing will end on the 16th and everyone will be gone. What I hope to get these people to do is to nullify that decision and then grant a minimum of 60 days from the 1st of September. So, in effect, it will be, it's like doing a transfer deal today if the player's not moving until January. Once you've got the agreement in place, then the Chandlers are not in a position to say you've got to go. Because in effect, it won't be their stadium from the 1st of September. So the deal will be done between the company, the building company, and the Chandlers, that the trainers and everyone else stays in place until the 1st of September, and then there will be a 60-day stay of execution while negotiations are ongoing, and hopefully I believe the deal will be done in that time. I know exactly the type of deal they're looking for. I've spoken to them about the type of deal they're looking for. I think that that deal can be done. Definitely.
Say the Chandlers don't agree.
No, they have to. Yeah, they have to, because they've signed what they call a heads of agreement to sell the stadium. They can't disagree with it. So if they disagree with it, they're breaking their contract with the building company, so they can't disagree.
Who will run the race?
Well, that's something, obviously Chris Page is here, obviously the people who are buying the stadium, if we manage to get that stay of execution, have got to sit down and talk to him and say, are you staying or are you going? That's not for me. That's for the people that I'm only here to negotiate the deal between the parties and to make the deal happen. That's my job. It's their job to convince him to stay or get out, whatever. I'm sure he'll stay.
Barry, are you trying to negotiate lease or negotiate?
No, I can't say that. I'm not, that's not to do. That's not to do with me. That's to do with the people. I'm just here to negotiate, keeping the stadium open, however I can do it, and that's what I will do.
I think, to be fair to L&Q, we can't go into too much more detail on that. I think we give away.
Yeah, I can't say. You know, all I can say to you is that my belief is that the stadium will stay open.
I've still got a concern about the fixtures and fittings, Barry, because they've all been sold. Money's been put into the Chandler's bank account,
Yeah.
and they're due for collection on the 17th.
Oh, wait, did I buy that roller? Did I buy that roller?
I thought we'd give it to you if we
I mean,
what happens there?
Again, Chris, what would happen, obviously, if we negotiate at the stay of execution, then we'll have to sit down and talk about new equipment. I mean, new equipment will have to be brought in.
If you're talking about new equipment, you're running into millions.
And
I've already been offered quite a lot of the equipment back today.
From who, Rick?
Peter Keyboard, traps, and quite a few other stadiums.
And also, they can keep our roller.
Thank you, Barry.
I'm sure, Chris, that's the last of the problems. The major problem is to keep the stadium going, keep the racing going. I'm sure the fixtures and fittings. Maybe you can nick it from our.
I also have Jack Chandler's word that nothing will be removed in the stadium. He's having a conversation with me as well. So
I'm sure that'll be overcome. I don't think it'll be.
Well, let's say that conversation takes place
Yeah.
at 6:30 this evening.
yeah.
Anything else anyone want to know?
Yeah, one thing more about, I've heard the tote in South Weather. Is that true?
That I can't go into it.
Is that true? Yeah.
No.
It has been
I
sold.
wouldn't,
It has
I
been
really
sold.
wouldn't worry. I think that's the last of the worries.
Yes.
That is the last of the worries. The main concern is keep the stadium open and then negotiate the long-term situation, yeah? Which I think will be done. Anything else?
No, thank you very much, Barry.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for what you've done.
Yeah?